Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing Farming Simulator 25. I have over 100 hours in this game so far and I'm loving it, so let's record a video. The first step in today, we're going to have to harvest this field. So let's jump right into that and see where we get. Alright, first thing I guess we have to do is pull this out of the thing. Oh, right. Turn the tractor on. Would help if I turn my key to start. As one of the things I got for when I got the game, I also received a key switch, which helps. I shut off the combine again. I got a key switch which I can use, and that'll turn on and off the combine. But if I get out of the combine, and today right now at least, because I haven't really done much other than just hop in the game. The key switch lets me start my tractor and will help me get faster, starting times faster, whatever, you know. Alright, so we're gonna hop right in this field here. Oop. I don't use this combine much, I have other mods and stuff I use, but mods will be added soon in the not a server, this is just a game. I might have some special guests on every once in a while, but we'll see what happens. For today's video, I'm using OBS Studio, not sponsored anything, but I'm changing up. I used to use Streamlabs, now I'm using OBS Studio just to see if it's any better than that. You might hear some feedback from my microphone for whatever reason. I can't not have it, like, the sound will let it hear from the software, so it might sound a little crappy today. Hey, why am I not using GPS? Let's get GPS on and see what happens here. Alright. Oh yeah, look at that, I didn't turn. Getting some bad yields today. The only mods I have right now are like precision farming and some other quality of life mods. As you'll see in the top right, I have info display extension mod, and then I have some other interesting mods that you might get revealed to. I honestly don't remember what they are. I will add more mods as time goes on, like I said before, so yeah. Anyways, let's turn on some of that uncopyrighted music and get into this. You know, people might question me for not doing the outside pass on the second pass, but, you know, I forgot to do it, so too late now. Anyways. Alright guys, first unload is ready, so let's go grab the tractor and the grain cart and let's get to it. So I've gotten quite a few passes done, about half the field. So this should only be about 2 unloads for the wheat, and then we'll go put it in our silo, and then we'll do the sorghum field there, and then the barley field out back. My tractor should be right here. No, that's the cultivator tractor. Here's my tractor. The little John Deere 3650. Nice little tractor for running grain cart. Might be a little bit smaller than some of your typical day-to-day tractors, but for running my little small grain cart, I think it would work just fine. We're almost at the 100-hour mark, so I've been looking at some new farm properties out of the town, around the area, and they're pretty expensive, so might not be upgrading soon, but hopefully sooner rather than later we will have some upgrades and of equipment, and then we'll get to have some bigger farmlands. Alright, first trail load is full. Now let's go take this to our silo and unload it. I think we're going to rent a baler, and then that'll get all our straw picked up. I don't have one right now. It's a pretty small trailer, but it tips up pretty high, so it's always fun. We have these two silos here. They're nice size silos, I guess. That's what the family bought many years ago. I don't know why we have a sunflower, but I guess we did sunflowers at one point. And yeah, even the neighbor has sunflowers, so. Alright. We got this nice red fence all the way around the farm. I'll do a farm property tour after I get done with the 3 fields. So that'll probably be later in the day. Let's go get our second trail. Alright, it looks like the combine was actually empty. I didn't know that. So let's turn the machine back on. Turn that back on and get going. Alright, this field is done. Now let's empty out the combine and head over to the next field. Alright, now that we're pulling up, let's get this thing unloaded and see what we got for yield out of this field. It's honestly a smaller field, only, I don't know, pretty small. Let's look at that real quick. So what are we thinking? We're thinking 2.5 acres for this field size on that one. It's a smaller field. Got 2 acre field there, and then this will be our bigger 4.5 acre field. So for total yield out of the first field, we got 12,000 liters of wheat. Not going to bring in much profit, but it should bring in a little bit more than... So it should bring in some money. Actually, wait, I want to go over here. Alright, I'll park the tractor there and we'll get into the combine. And then we'll start up the combine and keep going. Alright, I got that all put away in the shed. Now let's go over and grab our tractor and put that away. So since we only had 2 fields this year, we're not going to get a lot of money, so I might have to go talk to one of the local businesses around here and see if I can get a job. But we'll see how that goes. I don't have a lot of experience. I mean, I really didn't go to college or any of that stuff, so it's going to be a tough... It's going to be a very small pay, but it'll at least give us some money to work with. Okay, something's wrong with my tractor and I want to go in it. Come on. Apparently my tractor is stuck in reverse now. This isn't good. My tractor will not go out of reverse even if I shift it into the gear here. Let's just... I'll show you. It's in 4 high. Stuck in reverse. Let me turn it off real quick. Let me see if... Oh, she's still stuck. Hold on. I'm gonna get out. Let me hop back in real quick. Shift it into reverse. Okay. Turned right back on, and nope, she's still gonna be stuck. That's impressive. Okay. I'll turn it off one more time. Get out. Get back in. Turn it on. Shift into forwards. Still gonna be stuck. Okay guys, so instead of just fixing that tractor, I got a new tractor, traded it in. It's got a couple more hours, about what, double the hours. So this tractor is a case instead of a John Deere, but hey, it's still a good tractor, I guess. This will be our main tractor from now on. Pretty much the same amount of horsepower as the John Deere was, so not much different. But yeah, we'll go hook this up to the grain cart. And hey, it doesn't get stuck in reverse, and it's got even more gears. So, new controls that I'll have to get used to. We'll see how that goes. So I'll see you when I'm over by the silo. Alright, I'm here and I'm getting this thing unloaded. Let's look at the trailer. We didn't get much for canola this year. Wasn't a big harvest or anything, so less than what we got for wheat. Hopefully we'll get more money than usual this year, but we'll find out. I'm gonna go park this in our shed. I don't know why we parked this in here. I could probably put a truck in here or something, but I don't call this a barn, I call this a shed because we got the big barn. This tractor does maneuver pretty nice. I'm not much of a case guy myself, but for this tractor, she works pretty well. So far from what I've seen of it at least. The John Deere, I called in a guy, he brought it over to the shop, and I just said I just want a different tractor. So I got this little thing. It's a smaller tractor. It's got a really small engine in it, and it's a lot newer. But the John Deere wasn't used much because we have the big tractor here. This is our 160 horsepower Challenger. This is what runs the cultivator and the planter and all that. So really the case is just going to be a grain cart. And that's fine. So, and anyways, it was probably more because we didn't lose any. Like they literally just said, "Here, take this. It's worth about the same." So just signed over the paperwork and didn't cost us a single penny to trade this in. So we got this tractor now. Anyways, let's go head into town and see if we can get a job somewhere. I think where we're gonna go is actually back up here somewhere. I don't see nothing coming. Well, now I do, but oh, that guy was coming in close. I don't care if I'm off. Yes, it's right here. I know they like to make stuff in-house and other stuff here, so I guess this will be one of the first places we try. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Alright. I guess they're hiring a cleaner here, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, so they hired us. We can see if we can get in here. They say our first hour is going to be right now, so let's get into work. So we worked for 11 and a half hours. They just kind of trained us. Told them I had a tractor. They kind of laughed, but they gave us the job. Got us some money. Now we're going to head on home. It's only 8 o'clock. It's dark out, middle of August, so let's get home working the next day. Close these doors on up. Close these ones on up as well. And these ones. Alright. Looks so cool in here with all these lanterns on. Alright. Leave that open because that doesn't really matter much. We'll close this on. No, we won't. Apparently I pulled the tractor up ahead a little too far, so we'll back that up. Alright. We'll see here in a little bit what happens with our money from the new job. We're gonna sleep until 5 in the morning. I made $800. That's probably not a lot of money.